Watch your back, Marvel! The coolest cinematic universe is actually happening inside a tiny production studio that's making some of the most thought-provoking science fiction around. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has developed a knack for snagging independent filmmakers with a lot of buzz and critical acclaim to join its stable of filmmakers. Before James Gunn was at the helm of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, for example, he was writing B-movie schlock like Tromeo and Juliet, and he's not the only one getting a big-budget promotion. Fan reactions are typically divided about this phenomenon. Some worry that this marks the end of independent visions in favor of corporate-driven storytelling, while others are thrilled to see directors that they love getting massive paychecks. No matter where you fall on this spectrum, it's undeniable that Moon Knight and Loki Season 2 directors Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead have never lost sight of what put them on Marvel's radar in the first place. Benson and Moorhead are two-thirds of the production company Rustic Films, alongside David Lawson Jr. The trio's debut film, 2012's Resolution, was an indie darling, and it was also the start of their company's low-budget sci-fi cinematic universe. Benson and Moorhead have helmed the majority of films produced by Rustic, though they've also been joined by Jeremy Gardner and Christian Stella, who directed 2019's After Midnight, and Amy Seimetz, who directed 2020's She Dies Tomorrow. Rustic's latest production, Things Will Be Different, is a time travel thriller directed by Michael Felker that recently played at the Overlook Film Festival, and it's just the latest bit of evidence that when it comes to interconnected sci-fi universes, Rustic is giving Marvel a run for its money. Things Will Be Different is Felker's feature directorial debut. He previously served as the co-editor on Benson and Moorhead's films for the last decade. If you've seen Rustic productions like Spring or The Endless, then you're already acutely aware of Felker's editing style. He successfully weaves the deep lore and twisty science rules of each individual film into a coherent tapestry of brilliance. In Things Will Be Different, Felker is now writing, producing, and directing in addition to editing. The plot is about two estranged siblings seeking refuge in a farmhouse that exists in a fluctuating timeline. The majority of the film takes place in the farmhouse and nearby land, echoing the lo-fi sensibilities of prior Rustic productions. This consistency makes it clear why Felker has been Benson and Moorhead's go-to co-editor for so many years, while Things Will Be Different also establishes his own unique directorial voice with the scream.
This is it.
Underneath the time-traveling mysteries and a litany of unanswered questions is an emotionally charged look at a strained bond between siblings. Time travel is the vehicle that Felker uses to tell an incredibly human story about regret and reparation. He presents a stripped-down approach to the genre that ensures that the audience will actually care about the people at the center. Rustic's track record might have you wondering if there is such a thing as an auteur production company. Despite the various directors who have worked under this banner, the Rustic touch is always unmistakable. Benson, Moorhead, and Lawson Jr.'s consistent involvement makes each film feel like they're all connected, even if they're not. While multi-billion-dollar corporations are fixated on making various plot lines blend into one sprawling narrative, Rustic's cinematic universe is prioritizing probing themes, unique perspectives, and thought-provoking storytelling. Benson and Moorhead have incorporated their indie style into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but they'd already established their own sci-fi universe with Rustic. Lawson Jr. and Moorhead also appear in Things Will Be Different, but don't let their crisp white-collared shirts fool you, as these aren't the same characters from their previous films. Instead, Felker elected to use the signature costuming in a new way, as he presents the familiar faces as members of an entirely different organization. Some might argue that this is a sign of a multiverse, but maybe it's nothing more miraculous than Rustic just holding true to its motto of making movies with friends.